owning your fucking craft. That's what we're gonna talk about coming right up. So I got Wolff here. If you remember him, quite some. We hung out a lot of times.
A lot of times. Amazing, man. The models are amazing. The hair everyone's doing is great.
I love about Wolff, he owns his craft. I mean, if you look at his IG, it's a lot of cool hairstyling tips, like hairstyling and like colorful stuff.
Right.
Now talk about how you kind of progressed. And I've seen your IG like blow up in the last probably year and a half.
Yeah.
And you're getting more tuned into like obviously your content, but not me just saying it, talk about it, because I'm so intrigued.
Yeah, no, totally. So, you know, in the beginning, I was always weird about social media to begin with. You know, I was like, I don't know, it's kind of putting yourself out there, you know. But once I embraced that, I just said, you know, I'm just gonna be me, which is in reality, I'm just a goofy dude who just loves what I do, you know. So I just started putting more of that into my videos, and you know, people seem to respond to it well. So I just keep doing it, you know.
Yeah,
I don't really take things too serious all the time or anything like that. I really do have fun, yeah.
And look, you have a character. You know, one other thing I do believe in, and you may not say like the art, you have art on you, like your tattoos, you have a character, right? The whole, what is that, the vape?
Oh yeah, the vape.
The vape, there's always something. Now, it's funny, when you always see a character, like when you think of Batman, he has a mask, right? It's not like you're trying to be a cool thing, but it's you're building a character, a persona.
A persona, yeah.
Right? There's an influencer, I don't know if you heard of him, it's called Nas Daily, right? He wears the same shirt every day. It's like one of those things when you have like a figure, an action figure, like they're wearing that same clothes. Like Dan Bazillion, for instance, right? He's like usually wearing those cargo pants and like a shirt. It's like his identity. I know it's like part of you, but do you think it's like part of your identity as well?
I think now, yes, because people do notice that I vape all the time, and I don't know. Actually, it was pointed out to me. I don't really pay attention to it too much, but either I'll do a story, something, and it's in my hand, or I'll say bye, and it's always in my hand. So when I don't have it, they notice. You know, they're like, "Wait, where's the vape?" You know. So,
how did you get started with like hair?
So before professionally, I would literally use my little sister as a, you know, what would you call that? Just like I would practice on her, you know.
Okay.
And I would see these hairstyles and I would just say, you know, Sarah, here, sit down real quick, let me try this, you know, and I would just, and it was horrible at the time because I had no idea what I was doing. But overall, you know, I'd kind of get it, you know, because I had the vision in my head. I just didn't know the technique of how to get it there, you know?
Yeah.
So then, and my mom always told me, you know, you should get into the beauty business, you should try it. And I finally did. And then I was hungry for it. I had the vision, so I just needed the technique. So once I started, you know, learning more, taking all these education classes, it just came to me, you know, and then I was able to sort of mix them up, mix all the techniques up in my head, and then create what I see up here.
All right, right behind the monitor, the way I kind of like it. Philip, you're awesome. This guy's great. If you don't know him, if you want to follow him, I'll probably link him somewhere in my description. Check him out. But the main thesis of the content right there is just owning your craft, being obsessed with it, going all in on what you want, like your art. And that's what Wolff did. And I'm gonna share more of that video, about 4 more minutes of content, but I decided to repurpose that into the Work 247 show. That it's another series I have as well. So I'm gonna add some context to it, but I wanted to also share my conversation that I had with another, well, this one is a beauty influencer, and before I say anything else, this is Sarah Lou. She was awesome as well. Here's what she has to say. Owning your fucking craft. Here's another example who's done that. Sarah, explain that process and why owning it is important.
Well, I feel like when you own something, like in general, right, the first thing you have to do is like not be afraid of what anyone else thinks, right? When you own something, like you own that look, you own your craft, like you're doing it because you don't care what other people think, right? You're putting your all into it, like you're throwing like people's like opinions and just their judgments to the wind and doing you, like completely doing you. And that's what I try to do when I create things. I even like mute some of my favorite people to follow that are maybe similar to me content-wise every once in a while, so that like they don't subconsciously influence me, because I want my things to come out and be like 100% Louwho, like all me. And you just have to go balls to the wall like constantly, basically.
Bam! More to come on that, same thing. I'm gonna repurpose that into the same Probability Work 247 show, add some context, and put out the content here. So stay tuned for that, for the whole full footage. A lot of great tips regarding video content, how you differentiate yourself, and so forth. I mean, these two individuals have really exponentially grew their brand on social media, so they do have great insight, and really excited to share some of that content with you. Anyway, own it, baby. Catch you later. Peace.